Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Luca Russian, and I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 3 DLC 5 today. And no, I'm not going to be doing the same video as everyone else. As you can read by the title, I want to talk about how much will it cost. Now, if you've been keeping up with all of the supposed leaks and stuff like that for DLC 5 before it got announced, you know that the price points have been all over the place. A retailer in Mexico said $80. I know Amazon said something like $35 or $40. Other retailers have said $40 or $45. Some have said $60, and it's going to be a separate game. But none of them know what's going on. Now, I want to talk about what's going to be the most realistic. This isn't confirmed, obviously, and I'm going off of a lot of opinion and just what I've been seeing and what would be the most logical for Activision as a company. So, I think that Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC 5 will be $20. And I know this is going to sound a little bit weird. Well, why is it not the regular $15, and why is it not higher than that to some people? Some people are going to go, all over the place, and they're going to be thinking different numbers. But I think that $20 is the right amount. Now, my reasoning behind this is Black Ops 3 is not the newest game in the Call of Duty franchise, and you also have to remember that there has never been a 5th DLC for a Call of Duty game before. So you have to remember that Infinite Warfare has to be marketed, and that there are going to be people playing it regardless of whether there is new stuff on Black Ops 3. And you also have to remember that you are working with a diminished player base. Regardless of this being the most hyped thing in Call of Duty Zombies history, there's only going to be a certain number of people that are going to be coming back. There's only a very small portion of the community that is super hardcore into zombies and would be paying, this certain amount of money to actually play a zombies only DLC. You have to keep that in mind. Now this brings up another question, and it is, will it be part of the season pass? And no, I don't think it will be. I'll get into that in another video, and I don't want to cover it too much here, but I don't think it will be, partially because it wouldn't make sense for Activision as a company. It would just diminish the amount of money that they made by basically half, but that's a different story. I don't think it will be a part of it. Now again, bear in mind you are working with a diminished player base where it is much smaller than it would be if Black Ops 3 was still the main game, and if this was already planned from the beginning and they didn't wait for another, I believe Revelations came out in September, so that would be, 8 months. If they didn't wait 8 months, then I do believe that this would have been a little bit more hyped and they would have sold more. Now, like I said, with that diminished player base, you have to get people to come back, and you have to give them a reason to come back. And that's not necessarily always dependent on just what is actually in it. You have to remember that's based on the price point. And if you get people to try to pay too much, people are going to be like, I could just watch it on YouTube, I don't really need to play it. But if it's something like, let's say $20 and it's not $80, people are going to be like, alright, why not? I'll pay $20 for that. That's actually really cool. So you have to remember that you need to hit a price point that people will be willing to pay for. I also don't think it'll be $15 because of the fact that Activision knows that they can make a shit ton of money off this if they do it right. And they know that 8 maps, it would be criminally cheap if they did it for $15. And now they know they could raise the price a little bit, but not way too much. So I really do think that $20 would be the perfect price point. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think that's a really good price point? What do you guys think it's going to cost? Do you think it's going to be part of the season pass? I don't know. Like I said, tell me in the comment section down below. Leave a like while you're down there. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.